What I really think the Congress needs to do, and obviously the Intelligence Committees are a key part of this, is first do a complete investigation of just what the Russians did. And obviously there are a lot of questions, some of which have been partially answered, some of which haven't been answered, at least publicly yet at all. But we need to fully investigate just what did the Russians do. What vectors did they use to attack our democracy? Obviously, we're very aware of the hacking and the dumping of documents. We're also aware of the degree to which the propaganda machine was involved. But are there other vectors that the Russians used to influence our political process? And obviously, one of those that has gotten the most attention are allegations of a direct connection between the Kremlin and the Trump campaign. But Congress needs to investigate every aspect of what the Russians did. And then we need to look at how they did it. We need to further probe why they did it. And then obviously we need to develop a much better game plan for how we push back against every platform that the Russians use. And I think Julia is exactly right. One of the most effective things they do is in the propaganda realm. When we think about the voice of America, for many people it conjures up the old images of the radio microphones. And that's not a bad image for us to think about, because in many respects we are so far behind the ball in terms of meeting this onslaught of Russian propaganda. It's as if we are still using old-fashioned broadcast radio to compete with the variety of platforms that the Russians are using. Everything from their paid media trolls to their very slick RT to the influence they have buying up media platforms elsewhere, insinuating themselves into the propaganda arms of political parties in Europe. So I think we need to understand just what techniques the Russians are using, and then we have to push back against each and every one. Now, that doesn't mean we emulate the Russians' nefarious conduct. When the administration made attribution of what the Russians were doing and questions were first raised about what should our response be, what I was advocating was that we work with our European partners, which have been the subject of the same kind of nefarious action, and that we exact sanctions on Russia. This is I think, the most painful thing for the Kremlin, is something that bites their economy.